Let's go over after the movement, ATM conversations. This is where our client is going to be performing a lot of repetitions. You're going to see them, oftentimes in a semi-private situation or a class situation, not needing to correct anything directly in the moment, but knowing something may be slightly off, wanting to connect, wanting to make sure that they're feeling the right things. And this is how you're going to role play exactly how this looks with every single client. So say, for instance, I'm over here coaching another client. Krill over here is doing her squats. I'm able to see them. I move with authority, that quickness, that energy. You can see her go. Yeah, looks great. Boom. Right on. She finishes her reps, right? So as she's finished those, I've moved around. Now she knows I'm highly aware of what's happening. I'm going to approach her and be like, Karel, how'd those feel?
It felt all right.
Sweet. Which rep felt the best to you out of all those?
Probably like number 3 and
cool.
Beyond.
3 and continuing.
Yeah.
What was it about that?
I don't know. I felt like I was more dialed in, kind of had my form better on point. My core was actually tight.
So you feel like core might have caused the change that you were after?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Because I only saw, obviously, like the last 4 reps, but what I noticed from there is like chest was up high. And so I think that kept your hips underneath you and driving up. So here's what I want to work on. I think that let's try to really focus on a deep inhale as we're coming down so we can keep the chest up. So that's what's creating that core engagement as you're going. Great. And a smooth exhale as you're going on up.
Okay.
All right, sweet. So let's give that a shot now and see where we go.
Perfect. Okay.
Boom. So that's that conversation. Notice I focused on asking her, how did it feel, right? Then from there, which rep felt best? We're building on what that client can hopefully identify within themselves of what was the reason that they felt really good. Now, if you needed to, you could go the other direction. Which rep didn't feel great? What was it about that? So that you can go from a cool, let's avoid that. If you saw like an error that you're trying to get away from. We usually want to try and build on the positive things so that the brain and the body, the mind and the muscle connection can happen and they can truly understand in their body what is happening. That way they don't need anybody to guide them through every single rep and be watching everything. They don't need a mirror. And now they can safely go out into the world and perform this for the rest of their lives, which is ultimately what we want. So we're focusing on what questions, what was happening in your body, what are you feeling, how are you feeling, how questions, and which question, which rep felt the best. What I challenge you to do is avoid why. So if I come up and I'm asking Krill, and I was like, cool, how'd that feel? And she's like, felt pretty good. I'm like, why'd it feel good? Why just naturally, no matter what, puts a little bit of hesitation. It's almost an accusatory type question. And so the more that we can avoid using why with a client, why'd you do that? So why do you think your knees are caving? It's a judgmental place, but it's like, what do you think was happening with a little bit of the knees there? It's more of a place of curiosity, not judgment. So if we use what? If we use even where are you feeling this? Then you're going to have a bridged open relationship that is going to happen with that client, and you're going to get them to respond so much better. So we're going to simply identify what is happening, dive in deep, get curious, let them identify what is happening, and then we're going to come back with let's try. So you're reassuring them, this is what I saw, we're on the same page together, and we're going to try doing this because we don't know if it will work until we test it, and then we're going to see from there.